This is Clix on the Barbie. Join us as we talk about Clix in Australia, current heroclix happenings, and a dash of meta. Welcome to Clix on the Barbie, episode 20. I'm Ben Jones, and with me I have Rafael Souza.
Hello.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
And also we have Chris Rizzi.
Hey, what's happening?
Good to have you back, Chris. In this episode, we're going to be doing our good, bad, and ugly for the week. We're going to talk a bit about Clix, any Clix play that we've had over last week. We have 3 questions too many. Have a little chat about the new Empire pieces that were leaked. And yeah, any other heroclix talk that we can think of. So let's on the gas, light the Barbie, and let's talk some Clix. Okay, so how has everyone's week been? What's our good and the bad and the ugly for the last week? Let's go, Raph. What have you got? How's your week been, and what have you been up to?
Well, yeah, week's been pretty busy, and the dogs decided that they really liked to go to the hospital. So I had two dogs, right? So I think last week one of them went to we need to go to the emergency room and this kind of stuff because he was limping in the and you know, like, what's funny is that he has all this like weird behavior. Then we put him on the car and take it to the hospital, and when we get there he's just normal, like, and then
that tends to happen with kids too. You have your kid, they're all sick at home, and you go to the doctor, and they're like, "What's wrong?" "Oh, nothing's wrong." It's like, hang on.
No, that's exactly like this. So when and you know, like, how this COVID stuff is working, like, for some areas, like the dog's hospital is like this. You cannot enter there, so you have to call them. They will come outside. They will pick up the dog and they will go inside. They do whatever they have to do, and they come back and chat to you outside. And like, this is crazy, right? So it was like let's say Sunday night. It was around 6 p.m. We took him there, and they took him inside. And after, let's say, 3 hours, no one was giving us any news. And I was like, "Oh, what's happening," right? So, and then we started calling them and said, "Oh, can you please give any news on what's happening?" And then they said, "Oh, yeah, there's so many stuff happening here. You have to wait." And so, okay, and then when it was around, let's say, after 4 hours, they called me and said, "Oh, can you explain what's happening with your dog? Because he's normal here." And I was like,
Yep.
How come?" Like, he was, he was struggling to walk at home, and all of a sudden he's normal. And I said, "Yeah, okay, so just release him. Like, give me him back. I'll go home, right?" And then and then I had to wait 1 more hour for them to release my dog. So it was in total like 5 hours in the hospital on a Sunday night. And just, he had nothing. He had nothing.
Yeah.
And then they charged me $600 for nothing.
Wow.
And I was like, okay. And then almost the same happened like this week, because the other dog decided like she wanted to do the same. But this time she couldn't convince us to take to the hospital, and said, "Okay, you're gonna sleep, and then if you're not better tomorrow, like, we take you to the hospital." And then and we just went to the normal, vet, and she was kind of like fine again. When we arrived at the vet, she was normal. She stopped crying and a lot of stuff, and I was like, "This is not possible. She was not normal." And the guys, they think you're lying because, or that you are exaggerating or something, because she was pretty normal. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, pretty busy weekend. I couldn't play any Clix. I couldn't play with Terry. I think he played another game. On Sunday he played Anthony for our league. and yeah, because of the dogs and stuff, we didn't have the chance to actually like play any games. We were about to practice our teams. We decided to practice it. Okay, let's practice our teams, right, before we actually play the games. And but like due to the dogs and stuff, we didn't have the chance to practice. So
Cool. And so you brought up the virtual league for the season 9. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
so you've got a team for that.
I got a team for
And
that. Are you about to disclose your team or not?
I thought you might want to go for that, and I could jump in and join on if
Okay.
you need
Yeah.
to. But right, so I guess what do we have? We have this time we went with a tent pole, silver tent pole build. I think it was. We called it. 150 point, and one character had to be 150 points or more. And yeah, you could choose from silver. So, and I think the only thing we really said is no ID cards.
Correct. That's it.
So that's what that's what we're playing for this season. We've got 6 people again in the league, so that's good. So how to play against each other, and we welcome Anthony for his first time joining the league. So it's always good to get another one in.
Yep.
And playing. And so yeah, what's your team? What did you come up with, Raf?
I am playing Goblin King. 275 points.
Wow.
And Mary Jane and Carnage Symbiote.
Okay, nice.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah, it feels weird to say that's it, but yes, that's
the
it.
strategy is basically kill something and run.
Yep, at 275, if you can kill something,
Yeah.
you're gonna have the points.
Wow.
I'm not sure this is gonna work. Like, this is totally out of my comfort zone, right? This is not how I play. This is not, even close to what I like to play. I just like never had the chance to play Goblin King, and because like when I started playing, he was already gone, I think. So
He's
I
already
said, yeah,
retired.
it's like, yeah, why not? Give it a try, and see why he's kind of like he's very popular on golden and silver format, right? So,
Yeah, he's a glass straw though.
oh, is it?
Yeah. At least from what I remember, yeah, he's a glass straw. He just doesn't do enough, especially after they nerfed him. So
What
make sure you have the
what
up.
did they how he was nerfed? What's the
Oh,
do you remember?
you're asking hard questions because I can't remember, but I just remember it being
Oh
bad.
yeah, there's an errata here. Let me see. Give Goblin
Yeah.
King a free action and choose 2 standard powers. But he can still pick like 2 standard powers, right? So if you kill something and probably just pick like, hypersonic or barrier and barrier up, might work, I think. Right? No?
Yeah. Yeah, again, it's a figure I haven't played either, but
Oh, you
certainly
never
super
played that?
powerful. No, I don't think I've ever played him. I don't know if I have him. I've got to think through. I don't think I actually have him, but yeah, that's an interesting build. Like, and I guess like you're putting the symbiote on him to give him shape change and
like the kind of healing stuff. If I kill something, he heals, right?
so it keeps him going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Mary Jane for the autonomous stuff to equip him on turn 1, autonomous.
So she's
Also
go.
generate some like paparazzis that is kind of like free stuff to, for not giving points. So
Yeah. No, I like it. That was simple and effective team. And
yeah, let's
so
see if it works.
yeah, and that's it. It's an
It
interesting
could.
format. Like one character, you just got to go take a few things out and then
Yep.
just survive
And
to the
run.
end in some ways. And I think in the format that we're playing, because everyone's playing a tent pole, it's you're not going to get dogpiled as much by like getting 4 or 5 attacks against you, so maybe more in a turn. It's sort of only going to be like
yeah.
2 attacks in a turn because you're not going to have like so your team you'd be able to maybe do a charge flurry and make 2 attacks.
Yep.
Or something like that with Goblin King.
Yep.
I like it. That's really cool.
Thanks,
for
man.
myself,
What's, your team?
yeah.
What's it?
So for myself, I went with Darkseid. from Justice League at 200, and I've added in Black Panther from the Earth X starter because he's 50 points. He's leadership. He's got perplex, and he also creates Animen. And so Animen work for me, sort of. I'll talk about the game that Anthony and I tested our teams out on the set, but because they've both got Empower. So next to the Dark Side, then he's sort of punching with a 7 damage top dial if he's got 2 of them next to him. And also playing the 2x2 Magneto, a ruler as well. So and Groot from Infinity, because it gives me
my God.
It gives me leadership. Get some Walking Woods made as well. So Darkseid's always happy to have some mastermind fodder to go to.
What Black Panther is this one? Sorry, Ben. Which one is the?
It was from the Earth X.
Earth X? Black Panther. But is it like the Fast Forces or the normal one?
From the Fast Forces. So 50 points Fast Forces. So I thought
if the Panther start the games in his red line, max for these effects. Okay, leadership, stealth, power, generate the enemy. I see. So it's at the power. Yeah. Okay.
And so, but it gives me a chance to generate. He's got perplex, which helps Darkseid.
Yeah, that's cool.
Pump up his. And I really enjoy playing Darkseid. He's just, I found him to be pretty good fun over the time I've played him. And so we were playing Anthony. I played against Anthony on Saturday morning just to sort of test teams out and see how they're going. And Darkseid, I think he rolled 6 or 7 impervious rolls. Which is just, he on a 50-50 chance for impervious. He's doing really well. It just keeps him alive. But I played against Anthony, and he's rocking a Apocalypse Prime team.
Nice. Is it Krakoan Revival or?
No, it's not Krakoan Revival. It's just the one where you can give all the Horseman keywords out.
Oh, okay.
And then they all get like a power, like exploit weakness or regen. No, they can't, heal, which is there. And he's got, he had, so on Saturday when we tested out, he had Valeria Richards, just because then she's got the keyword and then she can give +2s to anyone.
Wow, nice.
Yep. So, and he had the Sabretooth, Daydream Sabretooth. With the with the Waldo arms on. He also had Dark Phoenix and a Wendigo as well for his horseman. And it was a really good team. We looked at making a change. I think he's made a little change to it, changing out the Sabretooth for the Magneto, the Daydream Magneto. They sort of do the same thing, and he can shoot further and get further rather than have to try to get.
True.
I moved up on him with Darkseid, and then he came through with Sabretooth, attacked twice on the flurry, hit with one of them, so then he put a wounded token on. Then the Wendigo came back and had 4 shots of Darkseid. So, but that was really cool to see. It was actually a really fun game. Darkseid survived because he just shrugs off attacks from most people. But and so that's my team, and I just guessed I shared Anthony's team. But so. I'm really looking forward to seeing how it plays out. I got a game against Bobby at some stage. That guy who we try to get back here on the podcast, but he doesn't seem to be able to make it. And
Chris, what would you play, Chris, if you were playing this one?
What were the rules again?
So
basically, Silver Age in one character needs to be 150. Or more.
Yeah,
just to summarize, but that's it. Like one character needs to be 150 or more, and it's Silver Age.
So if you were to pick a character, 150 points. That's basically what we did, wasn't it? We just sort of said, okay, let's see if we can play something big. So who would you pick, Chris, if you were to sort of build a team around it?
Sorry, I just disconnected there for a second.
It's
You guys can hear me?
disconnected mentally or physically?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
No, my browser shut down for some reason.
Okay.
So, what was the build?
So it's 100. Well, one character had to be 150 points or more, and basically it's just sort of who would you like to use? Because then you could always build around that. But who would be your main character? I guess it can be Silver Age, so it's all the way back to Superior Foes of Spider-Man.
That's a good question. I would probably have to say, probably one of the Thors from the
Nice.
Thor set. Can't remember which one it was though. I would probably just go with Beta Ray Bill. I think.
That's good.
Right.
Yeah, that's who I would go with, and then just add on some Asgard. Because I did like playing Beta Ray Bill. He was pretty good.
Would you go with 225, right?
Yeah, 225.
That's crazy. Yeah, I never had the chance to play this one. Nice.
Yep. I was actually lucky enough. I traded a Beta Ray Bill for the Thor with the Mjolnir hammer. So when it first came out, it was great. It was a great trade.
Yeah.
So
it's cool.
yeah,
That's good.
but that's probably who I would go with. Or
yeah, he's good. He looks good. Looks good. Bro, opposing characters can target your friendly characters adjacent to him unless they began their turn within 4 squares. Ah, I see. Okay. Interesting.
yeah, I tell you the truth, I haven't been up on many new figures. I'm going off of what was around then.
That's okay. That's what I'd
probably say that
was
one.
all about.
Okay.
That's a good choice. He's good fun and hard to get to. Like you got to get to him first. He's probably going to hit you first before you hit him. He's got reduced to penetrating damage. Yeah, he's really great. Good fun to play. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks, Raph, for sharing your team, and thanks, Chris, for that. What about Chris? What about your week? How's your week been?
It's been busy. It's always busy with. I know the name of the last episode was "Pay someone to do work around your house," and it's just been constant. So I got a couple new garden beds built, planning out a new shed, and then just going back to work for the last 2 weeks. And it's been pretty wet down here in Victoria, so it hasn't been fun playing in the mud. It's not fun at all.
I can imagine. It's not good fun at all. No, cool. Thanks. That's doing stuff around the house always just takes time.
I did do on the weekend. I watched a hockey game, which was great because we won. And then on Sunday, I watched the AEW Full Gear event. But it was a 4-hour long show, and it was some of the best wrestling I have ever seen. It was great.
Wow,
cool. 100%.
I've
way better than WWE, that's for sure. And I will always say that. Because WWE sucks.
Okay. There are certainly, I guess, they're two different, almost different styles. But yeah, I know I have really been enjoying All Elite Wrestling, and yeah, I'm denied about getting Full Gear. But in the end, I had work to do, so I couldn't do it myself. But yeah, I'm glad that you enjoy it because it is. I'm really enjoying the wrestling that they're putting out there.
It's the storylines that are they're interesting. I mean, yeah, you got some American top team coming in that are actual MMA fighters trying to throw elbows that are not landing. They're taking a step back from what they actually do in the real world. But I mean, it's still a great storyline. It's Hangman Page after 3 years winning the title off of Kenny Omega. It's cowboy shit is what it is.
Yeah, and it's a really, that one's been an excellent storyline to follow, and it's been just that slow build. That's been a really great one. They do it really well, I must say, at the moment.
That's for sure.
No, that's good. And good, another AEW fan is always good to hear from. Um, for myself, yeah, again, it's heading towards Christmas, so it's always busy. As teachers, we're into writing reports, and so that's taking up a lot of our time. But have managed to get some heroclix play in over the weekend. We actually had an event at our shop at Tabletop Warfare and we had 3 of us only turn up, so we just sort of did a round robin. We each played each other, and that was just really good fun, just to sort of try out some teams. It was nothing too heavy. I was just playing Minotaurs and robots and Sting robots again, because I actually really enjoy playing that team, because it makes the other person really think about what they have to do. And yeah, it was just I guess getting back into it a little bit more for some reason, but we didn't get many there, so we've got another one in 2 weeks' time, so I'll try to just contact people and say, hey, in for some heroclix. They also have a new manager at the shop, so she was like, yeah, that's fine, just go up there and play, you don't have to pay or anything. So we just went up and used the space. So yeah, we're just trying to continue to keep play at our shop going. The new manager was excited, I guess. He came out, and I met her and we had a chat, and she's like, are you able to, over the school holidays, do some learn to play heroclix? And as I said, yeah, we can see work something out, so I've got to get her some dates to, I guess, I'll be there, and kids will come along, or people come along for a bit of learn to play and try to teach them how to play heroclix. It's always an interesting thing to try to do.
Well, that's good. I'm down here in Melbourne. I'm having issues because I cannot get the guys to come back out to games, and it's hard because they don't want to learn the new rules. They don't want to spend more money on a game that's pretty much dead down here, and it's no good.
But you have to lead by the example, Chris. You're not playing as well.
Well, I know I'm not playing, but I mean,
but you also
have I don't know what to do exactly, because it's...
You have to go there and sit alone.
Yeah. I'd rather just sit at home if possible, but I mean...
Yeah, and I've done that too. I've gone to the shop and sat there for like an hour and a half, and no one's turned up.
That's the example.
No, that's not the example, because I sat there playing Pokemon in the corner, because it was like I had nothing to do.
Yeah, well, see, for me, I'd have to either take a train in, which takes me 2 hours to get to the location, or I have to figure out how to drive in, and that would take 45 minutes to an hour. So it's going in there with no set
and
help,
to be honest,
is the word.
I was just
is the hard part.
Kind of like joking, but because it's something quite similar is happening here, right? With Galaxy not running the events anymore, because I think like probably Brandon get sick of like the same situation, people not showing up and etc. So I think the only place that's probably running something is Chris, running here. I'm not sure like how long he can kind of like keep going if people will not show up to play. So I was just like kidding, but it's hard.
No, it's hard to sustain something when there's no one coming.
Yeah.
And it just makes it really difficult. I know Alan, because he came up, and we usually go to heroclix together. We discussed that too, going like, is it really we're sort of finished playing? Like, I sort of posed that to him, and then we decided that, well, no, we've spent too much money and we've too much invested, that we'll be playing this until we'll die. And that's like, because the two of us can still get together and we still play, and we it doesn't have to be 300 point modern. Let's go for it. We just have some fun, and as I said, we talk. Sometimes he'll wipe me really easily, or sometimes I'll do the same to him, or sometimes it's really close, and we've enjoyed that battling over time. And I've been fortunate to have someone I can regularly play against like that. But it's hard if you can't find the people to come out and play, and teaching people to play.
Yeah. And Chris, let me just ask you something, Chris. Do you feel you want to move to another game, for example, just to keep playing something? I mean, because I have considered myself like playing something else. Because, like, let's say, for example, I like miniature games, right? So there are other games that people are actively playing. For example, X-Wing, or even there's another one with superheroes like Protocol something, right? Like
Yeah.
that looks like heroclix, but it's like more like Warhammer stuff. So have you considered playing something else?
You know what? I've since I cleaned out the house of pretty much all HeroClix, there's some still in the closet. I put everything under the shed. I haven't thought about any games.
Okay.
It's pretty much raising my kids and doing chores around the house. Well, I say chores around the house, but it's mostly building a couple things because my wife takes care of everything, and I will totally give her credit for that. And hopefully, this is listening and she can hear me say that. To that, or she's passed out, but it's
So gaming
kind of out of sight, out of mind. It's the gaming is not there anymore. Like I'm playing on my tablet more nowadays because you get home, you don't want to have screen time, and then 8 o'clock comes around and you're pretty much ready for bed and trying to catch up on TV shows. So, yeah, it's not that I'm looking for a new game or anything. It's
okay. You just don't have time, right?
yeah, just no time.
What about you,
just
Bane? Have you considered something else? Like,
No, I haven't considered anything else. This is it, man. I just really enjoy HeroClix. I look at my HeroClix every day. I have so I'm fortunate to have my shed space where I have all my HeroClix and go out there regularly and spend 15 minutes. Oh, I'll look at these ones here, or how could this work? Or I really enjoy it. Look, Alan and I, we've played, 15 years together or something like that. We played through the break when WizKids sort of closed down, or Tops closed WizKids down, and then NECA picked it up a year later or so, and we played through that gap because we were like, no, we'll just keep playing, and if it never happens, if it never comes out anything else, we'll still be fine. We can play. And I said, like, do I really need to buy any more HeroClix? I have so many, and there's ones I just have never played. But the thrill of opening a new pack and pulling a chase is always there. So yeah, I'm in.
That's a gamble. It's always a gamble to see what you get. Unless you're pocket peeking, but I mean it's hard to say, right?
Yeah, and that's why I always buy a case, and so I sort of have that. Hopefully, have that guarantee of at least getting super rares and a chase and a prime. And yeah, I guess that's my form of gambling. I don't gamble in any other way. So the random boost off the shelf and hopefully get a super rare in it is, or a chase in it is something that's where my gamble goes. It's probably just as costly in the end. But yeah, I'm
a little bit more if you ask me, but
yeah, probably. But yeah, I'm in it for the long haul. But it might not be in a competitive sense. It might just be, hey, this is something I'm going to play with friends and things like that. I guess I'm finding that. I'm finding table playing, across the kitchen table is what I do a lot more. Friendly stuff is, I just do that rather than the high competitive stuff. So I really like it. I just don't play it that often.
Yeah, see, I can't. Back home, I'd have 10 to 15 guys that you can play with every couple nights at a store. Here, you can't find anyone to do that because Pokemon's so big, because Magic is so good. Well, I don't think it's good, but it's a big draw, and HeroClix is just it's not.
It's not. And look, it's it is expensive to play.
Yeah, and you got to think of them bringing out new rules in the middle of a pandemic. It didn't really help things.
No.
Like with all the rule changes that they were making and this and that, it didn't help their cause, I don't think.
Yeah, and I think communication from them hasn't been high, and that also isn't a great thing.
Price raise as well, right? Don't forget about this. The price
and
going up a lot.
The price going up is hard, and look, I understand they're a business; they're trying to make money. They've been hit just as bad as everyone else. So, and price rise was going to happen eventually, but it's we just don't have a big community in Australia, and so I feel sad that you can't get people to play, Chris, but I totally understand where you're at. Okay.
I think I disrupted the show as always.
No, that's fine. And what are you? So you said Raph, you said that you've looked at other ones. Are you looking at getting out of heroclix, or are you?
Yeah, it's just basically because I like playing stuff, right? I kind of like I don't have kids to raise. I just have like my dogs and stuff. But I
they're just as expensive as kids.
Yeah, they are. Yes, they are. But they are a little bit easier to take care, I guess.
Yeah, but the only thing with kids is that you can train them to be monkeys later on where they can cut the grass. So you're missing out on that.
Yeah, so I like playing, and I don't think that I am, like I'm playing enough clicks to fill that gap on playing games. So that's why I was thinking about like, oh, what else can I play, right? And I like competitive games. So I tried a little bit like of Magic, but I didn't really get the game. Like I didn't kind of like it. Pokemon looks like more like kids game and stuff. And I like miniatures, so I was looking for like, let's say, X-Wing looks like pretty cool game, with a community, with like people, on their 30s, 40s, playing social games, competitive games. So I follow some of the Facebook pages with these sort of like miniature games. So thought, why not give it a try? I didn't actually engage with them to go there and to a store to see, but I was just like, looking around what options. I'm not quitting, heroclix, but I was kind of like thinking what else is out there.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, X-Files. That's good. The truth is out there. Sorry, I had to. You set yourself up.
But yeah, so look, I totally understand where everyone's coming from, because it's just it's hard to find people to play against, and when it's hard to find people to play against, you just go, it's not worth the effort.
Yeah.
So look, being able to play, I guess, like on Roll20, even though it shouldn't be a thing now that we're sort of moving around again, has been good to keep contact with people through Australia. Yeah. And we'll just have to see what, I guess, eventuates as we move into next year.
Yep.
I know I talked to my shop, this new manager, and said that I'd be keen to have nationals here next year if we can work something out. And so we'll just, I guess we'll wait and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, well, I guess
and I do got to do a shout out, because Raph was telling me of a friend he had in Bendigo. What's the name of the store? Gruff Wargaming or something?
G-U-F, Goof?
Guff?
Guff, yeah, probably.
Yeah, something like that. And I went in there, and they didn't have any heroclix, but from what Raph was saying, he was supposedly keen to put on Worlds or something, or Nationals, which would be cool for me because it's only an hour drive.
Just down the road.
But just down the road, yep.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I guess we'll have to see how everyone's going by next year and see.
Yeah, but by the way things are going, like, looks like it makes sense to do it at your place, right? Like, I mean, for the number of probably kids, to have the chance to play, because their parents will not actually travel to Sydney,
they're not going to do that.
So if we want them to participate and we have like good numbers, it totally makes sense to kind of like make, at your place, I think.
Yeah, I would certainly. My friend who I play every couple of weeks on a Friday night, and I've sort of been teaching him over the last couple of years or so. We've just been playing. I said, "Would you come down and play for Nash?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "We can always make up a team for you and things like that." So I think I could probably 10. I don't know. We'd have to wait and see. But it's about whether people would want to travel and everything like that. So, but we'll work that one out.
Yeah, it's the Sydney guys had it too good because they had 15 players in their location in their city. So I mean, everyone coming to Sydney was
in the past, I would say. In the past, not now. Now.
Okay, but would Terry come out to nationals if it was?
I see what you mean.
That way, or would
that's a good
Chris...
one. That's a good one, right? Terry's not coming, so.
Why?
Someone else.
That's fine. But I mean, But you know what I mean?
Sydney was the logical place to hold it originally because that's where the biggest heroclix space was. And
so how many guys we have now? So we have, like, say, Chris, we have like James, Brandon, myself, Terry. It's 5.
I don't think
not like actually here, but he's quite close to here, so 6. But we lost.
You lost Dave. You lost Chris.
Dave. Which Chris?
Because Chris Comerford would not play any sort of
competitive
meta anymore.
It's because of you, Chris. You know, right?
Oh, don't even start with me. That was your team that you built, and you said, "Give me all the perplex you can," and then you pretty much broke his spirit.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So we lost it. So we probably have like 5 guys here.
Yeah.
So it's not that much. Like Ben can put even more guys just to, over there. He said like probably 10, right?
Yeah, probably I could get 8 to 10. I think.
Yeah, whereas I don't think anyone else would be willing to come from here. So.
I was having discussions. I don't know if anyone in Perth still plays.
Yeah, right, Perth guys. I would come.
Yeah,
definitely. I would come.
I would too, to get away from my 2 kids. Yeah, for sure.
I think Bobby will. Some people from Queensland, they definitely will, I think.
So it's something that I certainly have posed it to my shop, and we'll wait and see what sort of support we can get from Whiz Kids and everything like that. So it's a pipe dream.
Yeah, if you were to do nationals and make it a Roll20 event, that would probably give you an extra 2 or 3 guys, maybe, if the winning product was good enough and you bought in for everything, right?
Yeah.
That might be one thing you do.
Yeah, and so I know that we've sort of gone this year. We probably won't be having anything. It'll wait till next year and see if we can have something in person. I think, as we discussed, having it online will also alienate some people who aren't interested in playing online, who might come along. So I know that my son wouldn't bother playing, but he'd come to the shop and play if we had it in person. So we could have like a bit of both. I don't know. We'll have to see what it looks like as we move down the track. But I still want to I still like this game. Actually, I just really enjoy this game, and I want to keep it going. And I think we need to get back into trying to connect with everyone again in person.
Yeah.
Maybe. Go ahead, Chris. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I love this game. It's good. Again, I haven't known the rules since they changed it, so I'd have to get Terry to train me because I'm not putting my faith in Raph because reasons. But
I don't know. Raph is the one I go to, but I was sort of like, I had the question about the Flash from the Justice League set and the one skipping across the board, and I was still trying to work out. So and then he got on Roll20 and showed me what it was all about. So I'd appreciate that. But no, I'd go to Terry too.
No, it's about getting back into it that I find hard, because without playing for the last, I'm gonna say almost a year now, I would say, I'm looking to get into video games more. Once I get my shop built and I can actually put in a streaming setup and all that, that's what I'm leaning towards. So, yeah, it's just time and money is my issues right now.
I always find time. It's the time to play. Like I can, with a younger player base, like I've sort of thought, could we do it Thursday night? Well, they can't stay out that late on a Thursday night to go do it. So Sunday's got to be our day at the shop. That's the day out of my weekend. And don't get me wrong, I really enjoy going and playing, but it's still just the day out of my weekend. And yeah.
That's another thing, right? Like when the problem for me at Galaxy is that they were running events on Sundays, right? Like the event was like Sunday midday or something like that's terrible. It was just killing my entire Sunday, you know, like it's my weekend. Like that's the only day I can, do stuff at home and sort of stuff. So if they were running stuff at like Thursdays, I would definitely come, right? But like Sunday afternoon, just like what a terrible day.
Yeah. Whereas for us,
See,
sorry, go, Chris.
I don't mind Sundays because it's the one day where I'm not at work, because I work 5 days a week. It's Saturday mornings I take my kids swimming now, so it's the only day that I get. So if I had to, I'd do it.
That's why
we've
put it on a Sunday, because people might have sports commitments on the Saturday and they can't make it. So Sunday is the best day for where we are at this stage. But I totally understand, Raph. Like, I preferred playing on like a Wednesday night. We used to play Wednesday nights.
That's for grown men. Grown men play at weekdays at night.
Okay, grown men. As I said to my kids, I said an adult, and I said I don't know if I'm still an adult yet. I'm still playing with little figurines. But yeah.
But kids in Greece, they like Sunday.
Yeah. Well, where I come from, you'd have a Monday night at the Adventurers Guild, then you'd have Friday at Happy Harbor, then you'd have Sunday at Quantum, and Saturday at one of the warps. That was.
Come on, you cannot stay awake past 8.
4 places back in Edmonton.
You cannot stay awake past 8, Chris. What are you saying?
Back when I was in Edmonton, I was staying up until 2 in the morning playing board games.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, having places and
yeah, you got to have locations available.
That's right. And we're just not in that space. But we keep plodding along and we keep trying to keep the game going, I guess. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, try.
Okay, try. Fingers crossed, we'll keep going. Okay, well, that was a long sort of first section, but I've really enjoyed the talk, guys. That's been good. Do we want to move on to 3 questions too many, Chris?
Yeah, let's do that. Why not? 3 questions too many. All right. Question number 1. What is a supervillain that you would like to play in the game? And this is not something that you could use. So no Dark Phoenix, no Mangog, and not a meta piece. So go with something that's a little different. I know that's totally out of your ballpark, Raph. So,
but does it need to exist or something that doesn't exist?
No, it has to be in the game.
Oh,
so
it needs to be in the game.
Be Red Skull or something, or Baron Zemo.
Okay.
I wouldn't shit on Baron Zemo. He's actually not bad.
Well, Raph's thinking of his. I'm gonna jump in. Mine's Hydra. I always love playing Hydra.
Exactly. That's why I said Baron Zemo.
Yeah, and so Baron Zemo. I wish there was a Baron Strucker in Modern. Don't think we've got a Baron Strucker in Modern. I've always really enjoyed playing Baron Strucker in the past.
Is there not a Strucker that's in?
Don't think so. I just. Last one was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, look at that, eh?
So
there's only been 4 of them.
Yeah, I know. And I think on the last podcast I talked about him, but I really like the sculpt from the Captain America one, but I really love the power from the Agents of Shield one. And so it'd just be nice to have I'd be, as I say, happy to have a legacy card for him, bring him in.
Yep.
We need those villains. So that was mine. So him not being in modern, it's Baron Zemo. I'd love to be able to play Baron Zemo more effectively in a modern setting. If in a heavy modern, I guess, not friendly. He's fine. He's great. He's just good fun to play. But there's a few choices for Baron Zemo, and so he's the one I'd like to bring in. Jump in, Raph.
Mine would be Red Skull.
Red Skull?
Yeah, from ABPI. That's like a piece that I like it.
That's the chase, isn't it?
Which one?
That's the chase, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
The
One
problem
with the
is
cosmic cube.
Yeah. I like that the piece. I like the cosmic cube. I like everything about it, but I never. I couldn't make this work. Like I tried some teams with that, but I think that you have to rely on leadership, rolling, and if you don't roll the leadership, you actually don't get the good stuff. The good stuff is like the mind control is free from anywhere, right? So I think I just couldn't make that work, but yeah, I like that one.
Okay.
And that's a Hydra stuff, aim, Hydra, like you just put a bunch of like red aim, like blue aim, white aim, and you get like a bunch of like stuff. But yeah, never worked. I don't know, but I like this one.
He's nice.
Nice. For me personally, I'd have to say the Borg Queen from Star Trek. I would love to try to make her work.
Yeah.
I just find her interesting.
That's a great choice, and it's having the drones to go with it as well. I think, isn't it?
I saw one guy trying a lot, and he tried to make this meta. He couldn't make it, but he tried a lot. I know because I played him. Just didn't work as well. So
cool. I like it.
Awesome.
I hadn't thought about the Borg at all. No, it's cool. Okay, what do you got? What's next?
Are you playing in the online worlds? I think it's an event being put on by Critical Clix, I think.
I think there's a few people. So what have you got? So it's the. So it looks like the Broadcast show and the Critical Clix presents online heroclix World Championship, and I think Clickstuff is also involved in it. Yeah, sponsored by Critical Clix, Clickstuff, and Majestics. So looks like the community, like the heroclix community, is getting around it, even if WizKids doesn't. So yeah, and it's on the December the 12th. So that's Sunday.
Why they didn't ask us if we want to? Sponsor.
Because we have like
I think it's your personality, Raph, is what it is.
And we have like maybe
might be
you're too regimented.
Yeah, might be me. Yeah.
I don't know who.
It's the Squidward.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry for doing this to the show. Sorry. Because you guys are nice. So,
It's good to have Discord. It's good.
No, I'm kidding, Raph. I love you, buddy. I love taking the piss.
Sorry, Chris. Would you be thinking of playing? I'm sort of thinking that's probably not for you.
Again, short time frame to figure out team and what rules are. I'd probably say no to this one.
Yep, that makes sense.
It seemed kind of fast that they put everything together. So, it's great that they're doing it online. I wish they would have a little bit better time issues with it. So have them start at 4 a.m. and then us early and then go to late. I don't know. It never works out for the Australian continent. So
what they've got, it says it's a It says this tournament is not officially recognised or endorsed by Winter Kids, but they're looking to put it on, and it starts at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So I think I looked at that, and that was 2:30 here in the morning. It would start.
Yeah, that's too hard, too harsh.
Yeah, so. And I'm for myself. I'm actually on holidays, so because that would be like 2:30 on a Monday morning that it would be. So I don't have to go to work. So I'm in an R-ing. I think in the end I won't, because again the time frame, and I would have just hit holidays and probably there's other things I want to do, and then sit at a computer for 8 hours. Will probably be 6 hours, because I wouldn't see myself making it through to the top 16 or whatever. But yeah, I like the idea, but I'd have to start having my team built and then practice if I was going to do it.
Yeah.
Don't think the deadline for registration is the 8th of December, so there's still a little bit of time for me to think about it. But I would probably be leaning to no, I won't be playing, because it's the time frame type thing. What about you, Raph?
What about you, Raph?
Yeah, you know, like I kind of like competitive playing, but I don't know. I don't know you guys, but I also like the social aspect of the game. So I like to play competitive with people that I like. Does it make sense? So it's not that I like to play competitive just because I want to win stuff. Like, I like to play with people that I like. So I just feel weird playing these like online worlds to play with people you don't like, or you don't know.
People don't know.
And you're gonna be kind of it's let's say you have like an argument or rules issues with these guys, right? It makes me so nervous to discuss this stuff, mainly related to rules. People saying like you cannot do this, or it's wrong, and then you have to call the judge. It's just like, and if you don't know the person, it's even worse, because you have to enter in this kind of fight with someone that you don't know. So it's just a little bit weird for me to kind of like play these big events with like a bunch of people I don't know. I would feel better playing like in person. I would definitely go to like Gen Con or this kind of stuff and play once, like, or even if they organize another Worlds, for example, I would definitely go myself in person and play, rather than playing this online stuff. So I would say no as well.
So you got friends down in Brazil, and I believe they will be on pretty much the same timetable, correct?
We are like in Brazil. We are on like the New York time zone, basically.
Okay, so it's around that. It's not as bad as what we are.
No.
Do you know anyone from down there that are going to be playing in Worlds, or is this more of a U.S.
Yeah, I think
type thing?
I don't think that any of the guys will play, and I also think that it might be like also related to like language barrier as well. Because it's not quite fun if you cannot make jokes and chat with like properly with other people. So if you're living in Brazil, you probably like don't speak English as fluent as you wish, so might not be, because like how we have the powers and stuff in the game, right? The people in Brazil, like, they translate the powers.
Yeah.
That's quite fun, because like when I play with them, they say the translated word, and it sounds fun for me. So, what? This is like sidestep, right? Don't tell the other thing, like, that's weird. But like they translate stuff, so that might be this language barrier as well. But I will ask them. Yeah, that's an interesting question.
Cool. All right, now this goes back to the name of the episode that we did. Well, you guys did last week. What sort of stuff are you building around your house? Yeah. So what I've done is build some garden beds. that actually turned out really nice and really awesome where I placed them. So the wife was happy with that, and trying to build a shed next, I think, for all the power tools and lawnmower and stuff. So that's the stuff I'm building. What about you guys? Do you have anything, Ben?
I've probably not building anything as such. We've just had our bathrooms renovated in our house, so that was been a very nice sort of change. It sort of took a while, just the way building is happening at the moment, but it was really good to do, freshen up our house a little bit more. No, if anything, I got into painting when I was looking at painting the miniatures, and then so Bobby had sent a little barbecue heroclix to me, and so I painted that up. That's probably as much building I've done is painting something.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's me.
Raph, what about you?
I have like zero skills to build anything, so I don't I don't do it. The maximum I do is like buy some flowers and stuff to put around the house, so I can go to Bunnings and buy some plants and this kind of stuff. So this past weekend, we got rid of all the old plants, and we are buying more stuff like new flowers. But I asked wife if we can buy like plastic flowers, because like I can't keep them alive because I forget to put water and stuff. So I said, no, can we buy fake ones? And yeah, we are considering this.
So I'm guessing you're the type that has the AstroTurf everywhere, right?
What is that?
Fake grass.
Oh yeah, no, okay, no, I still have grass here, but when I bought the house last year, the first thing started dying was the grass, and I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? Like the grass was so green, and then all of a sudden it started turning like brown, and I was, oh my god, I don't really know how to take care of this stuff. So I hired a gardener that used to come here every 15 days to take care of my stuff, because I'm like negative, minus,
You're
not
black
even
thumb is
zero.
what you are.
Yeah, terrible with any sort of like plants. I don't know how to take care of
Okay.
them. I'm able to kill a cactus, so yeah.
That's pretty special. I know for last week I had a week off, and I took I pretty much took some weed and feed, and I sprayed it throughout the whole house or throughout the whole grass, and then the next day everything's turning black.
Yeah,
because that's all my grass is pretty much
weeds.
pretty much weeds. So
yeah.
it was okay, but that's what I got to do here is try to catch up on stuff that I've let go. So yeah, good questions. Thanks for the answers, guys.
No problems. Thanks, Chris, for our 3 questions too many. I guess maybe one last thing to talk about tonight is that the Empire heroclix set that's coming out. We've had some spoils with WizKids giving out, sort of sharing all the figures in the set, and we've also had some spoils of some of the chasers as well of late over last couple of weeks. I don't know if there's any. I guess I got a chase I'd like to talk about, but I don't know if there's anyone. Raph, if you've got one you'd like to talk about from the set.
Let me have a look here.
So while you have a look, there was Thor chase, which is the Cosmic Thor. There's Deadpool on the surfboard.
Oh yeah, I like everything that is cosmic. So if it's cosmic, it's instant like it.
Yeah, the Thor is the Herald of Galactus one, where he gradually takes Galactus's power, my understanding. So he's got power cosmic.
He's Herald.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You've got this one here.
Interesting.
So
Herald. It's a bunch of Herald stuff. Yeah.
Yep. And there, you got the high point values to like the Thor being 300 and Deadpool's 175. You do have the lower point values to work on, but I look at that Thor. He's 300 points. He's a 13 attack, 6 damage. Prob, not too bad. That could be good fun just to play in a bit of casual. One that I did thought will hold some value is the Demon in Armor, which is number 64, which is it's only 50 points. It's got Armor, Latverian, and Scientist, so 3 keywords that are pretty high usage at the moment. And it's got a trait which is I am Victor Von Doom, and Dr. Doom is an honourable man. When a friendly character within range is attacked, the attacker cannot positively modify or replace their attack value, which is really nice to be able to, people can't perplex up attack against your guys.
That's cool, isn't it? And it's Latveria and Scientist, so there's like a bunch of potential of like meta stuff to,
It's got a special for its defense, defend, invulnerability, and Demon in an Armor can reduce penetrating damage. So again, reducing penetrating is always good. It starts with Outwit and TK sidestep. It's a flyer for 50 points. It's got a lot of versatility and could probably easily fit on some of those teams.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I like it.
Cool. They've got a Thanos with the Captain America Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's got
the Avengers keyword.
Yeah. And he's got that when a friendly character of 50 or more points with the Avengers keywords carried gives Thanos a control token, and then he can use his control. If it says if Thanos has a control token, he can use leadership. When he uses the leadership, friendly characters the Avengers keyword modify the following combat values based on the leadership roll. So get +1 if they get a 2-3 to their attack, 4-5 damage, and if he gets a 6, gets some both attack and damage. So it certainly helps. And he's also got, if he's got a control token on, once per turn when Thanos attacks, after resolution of a friendly character within 4 squares with Avengers keyword may make an attack. So helping out one of your friendly guys to make an attack as well. It's costly at 100 points at his lower point dial. Doesn't really bring too much more. Can certainly get deleted easily. But certainly an interesting.
Yeah, but that Avengers Assemble trade is actually really, really awesome.
Yeah. It's got that leadership and prob, and just being able to use it. And like, even, I didn't get leadership this turn, but I got a 3. I've still got my attacks up by 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. It looks like I have to start paying more attention to Facebook and HC Realms a little bit more.
We'll keep going. So number 66 is the Beast, who is a Doctor Strange Beast, I guess, or Sorcerer Supreme Beast. And so he looks fine. 75 points at his lower point dial. He's got a rally die on a 1 or 2 for friendly attack rolls. So that's something that's new that we haven't seen for friendlies. And he can take it off to give Beast's Cosmic Team ability, or friendly characters of the X-Men teammate can use it as free. So
that's cool.
There's some free healing to happen. So he's got some, he's got a good power. He's got Outwit and Prob. When he uses Outwit until your next turn, chosen power also can't be used by opposing characters if they're within 4 squares of Beast. So there you go, take away, full swave, and no one can use it around him or whatever you need. And number 68 is Venom Wolverine, or Venom X23. So usual sort of X23 stuff. They do have they have a few Venomized characters in this one, and so they have a new Venom trait. It's called Symbiotic Fusion. So it's got plasticity and super senses, whereas previously they sort of had plasticity and shape change. And so that makes that change. I like the way they sort of changed it up a bit. But Venom Wolverine is within 4 squares and line of fire of opposing characters. She can't be targeted by range attacks. So if you're getting close, then others can't shoot her, which is pretty cool as well. but yeah, it's still just a sort of, it's a Venom and it's a Wolverine, so it has all the blaze claws, fangs type things.
Mm-hmm.
I think what else we got here. I think this is probably the last. They've got a Sentry, which I like Sentry. I think he's an interesting character, but there's nothing too special about him. We've got Charge at full speed, but 50 points. So does Sky Tyrant, and he does a lot more.
Yeah.
And the other one I thought was pretty cool. They do have a Hulk, which is the War Hulk. Last time that one was Clix was in the GSX. I don't remember, Chris, if you remember that one, the one where he's got the whip and the.
Yep.
And so
I remember that one.
Yeah, I
It was
really
pretty good.
Yeah, it was good fun. And so this one's, it's got a 50-point dial. It's got a 225-point dial. Yeah, again, I like seeing it clicked again. Wish they did a Wolverine, because I did like that Wolverine as well. But I think the one that if I was to get it, would probably see lots of play in some of my teams is the Venom Magneto. He's got the symbiotic fusion, so he's got plasticity and super sensors. He can be played at 35 points at his lowest point. He's got acolytes, Brotherhood of Mutants, Codex, Hellfire Club, so he starts making them.
Oh my god. I can see Terry putting him on his team.
Yeah, so he makes Hellfire Club.
Yeah, for 35 points.
Yeah.
He's a monster. He's got X-Men. He's a ruler. So he would fit onto my Darkseid team quite easily.
35 points. He works with Venom Groot.
Yeah, it's he's crazy. He's got energy shield deflection. He's got passions as 4, so he can carry people. He's got telekinesis, and he's got telekinesis 3, so you could carry someone up.
Hellfire is already crazy, and then they do this shit, right? So,
and then he's got leadership on top of that as well. And it says when Venom Magneto uses it and succeeds, you may instead remove an action token from another friendly character with the monster keyword within range and line of fire, and give an action token to opposing character, like taking off your own Sky Tyrant, who's a monster. I'm sure that's not a bad deal to do either. So I think he will see lots of play.
And you know what? Like, let's say first turn. I'm just thinking now. Let's say first turn you lose map, right? And then you have the map bonus of that, the one that gives you to reroll leadership. I just can't remember that.
You can just automatically succeed. Yeah,
so you can automatically succeed. Yeah, Reign of Terror. So when, let's say you lose map, okay? So first turn, the other guy will equip Sky Tyrant, for example, and then you choose to automatically succeed your leadership with him and double token Sky Tyrant. It means Sky Tyrant will probably not be able to attack next turn.
Yeah, I don't think it says you may instead remove an action token from a friendly character with the monster keyword within range and line of fire, and give that an action token to opposing character adjacent to that character.
Oh, okay. So, it needs to be. Okay.
So they got to be adjacent. So it doesn't quite, but it certainly could be valuable later on down the track.
No.
A couple turns in.
So
but I see what it's saying. But being able to carry 4 people and then TK someone straight up, he can double equip first turn by himself, TK, and then use TK as free. He's going to be a very valuable piece. They look fine. I've heard some talk about, our spoilers good. I'm always happy to see what the dials are like. I just look forward to, again, getting the sets in hand and actually getting a chance to play them. So yeah, I guess that's a quick look at some of those Empire. I don't know if there's anything else any ones that you want to look at. I just think Venom Magneto and the Demon in an Armor are probably the 2 of the better ones. The ones look like fun to play. Like, if I get that Thanos, I'll certainly give him a go.
I think the there's also potential for the ones with the Herald keyword, because like Herald keyword has, like other stuff they were just sitting by themselves. I think the Heralds for like Guy Gardner and this kind of stuff. So this will be more stuff that you can build around The other sets with Herald were just like, some stuff in the Future Foundation and Fantastic Four, but like the more meta stuff was the Guy Gardner, the Lantern, Green Lantern, the Wonder Woman stuff, Sinestro, Flash, and etc. Hal Jordan. So adding this new stuff with the Herald keyword, I think that might also kind of like create some potential for building around Herald.
Where you look, you've got Exodus, who's also a herald.
Yes, right. So you get like cheap with like the Green Lantern ability to like carry 8 people with the Herald keyword, and then you have like Guy Gardner dropping his stuff, and then you add on top of that everything else that can come with the Herald keyword in this set. Like so the Store, Deadpool, and this kind of stuff. So yeah.
Interesting. I guess so. Continuing to look at different builds, which is always good fun to look at as well.
Mm-hmm.
Any last words, Chris, about those chases or anything?
I'm thinking this is going to be a set where I buy in too big. I hate to say it, but this sounds like a really, really OP set.
Do you consider going full set, Chris, instead of like buying boosters and stuff?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to be starting to do, because all the streams here in Australia are. Yeah, you don't get frustrated. You don't have a million of. You don't have 2 apocalypses. You don't have.
Yep.
You got to say pretty much all the last 3 sets. It's all been doubles and triples cases.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's sort of like it feels like we're getting the same batch off of the boat, and everyone's got this. Like, it's cool. We've just got this section of the boat, and
there's no difference here.
The variety.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably going full set might be the way to go, right? Mainly for us, because we cannot trade, we cannot sell. It's like I think like going full set might be the way to go.
Yeah.
If you really like and really enjoy and really want that stuff, it might be the way to go, I think.
Yeah, I would say so.
There certainly are some of those chases I like. The Thor looks absolutely amazing. He's a really nice looking figure, and just looks great. And
in Venom, everything is always like super expensive, right?
Yeah, and Venom Magneto is going to be expensive. I will get my usual case, and fingers crossed, hopefully get one in my case. I hope so. That's what I'll go.
See, I don't want a repeat of Avengers Defenders War, where I buy a brick and it's 3 super rares. I'm tired of the bullshit
distribution
quality control that WizKids puts out there, and then they think they're above it all because people keep buying into it. So I think it might be time to just start buying full sets and being, well, here's $800 to $1,000.
Yep.
Sorry, Angie, we can't take that trip this summer, but but it's why I work for a living.
Yep.
Yep.
And having yep.
The kids don't need braces; they're fine.
They'll be right.
Just shit like that. So,
well, that's good to hear. Actually, that you get into it. I like it.
Yeah, and I mean that's something we can touch on, because I mean quality control sucks. It always has, and it probably always will, until they figure out some better system of doing it. But I don't want to open that can of worms, and I don't want to become a RAF, so we'll save that for the next week.
Yeah, save that for next time.
And that's why you are banned from WizKids page, right? Because of this sort of comments.
No, there's other reasons I'm banned from that page. And I've tried to apologize, but no one listens, So
let's put this section for next week. Why Chris was banned from WizKids website?
Because I won a prize that I should have got, but they're a bunch of bitches. So let's just go with that.
Okay, so now you're keeping banned forever.
Yeah, I tried to apologize. They don't listen.
Okay.
I guess with this Empire set coming out, I did see on Facebook today very quickly before we started recording that Scott Porter looks like he's going to be doing a series of unboxings, I guess, in the next week or so, I think. So that should be good to start to see that flowing around as well. It's hopefully helps to build a bit of hype. I'm hoping it doesn't take too long for them to get to Australia. It would be my dream that we get them soon.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Well, I don't know if anyone has anything else they want to talk about tonight.
Nothing else for tonight from my end.
Excellent.
Might as well jump at it, Raph, because it might not happen again.
I'm sure he'll
we were pretty loosey goosey with this one. So there's the title of today's episode, Loosey Goosey.
Okay.
I'll let you try to spell it.
Yeah, you have to spell it for me. No.
That's kind of what I figured.
Yeah, if I try to put the title myself, it's gonna be something really weird,
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, what we'll do is it's easy to find. Just search it up. So, Chris, do you have a quote for us?
I believe I do. Do or do not. There is no try. From the great and powerful Yoda. Don't ask me why I put that there. I think I probably watched something in Star Wars. And yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, one more thing. Yeah. Did you guys see the new Spider-Man trailer that came out today?
I did see the new Spider-Man trailer that came out today.
Spider-Man.
No.
Yeah. I know you like playing the game. That's based on comic books that should be based on video on comic books.
True.
But it's a new trailer that came out today, and it's great.
It did look really good.
Because now you know that Tobey Maguire is in it, and Andrew Garfield is in it.
Is it like a movie or a series or something?
It's a movie.
It's called. Okay. Was it No Way Home?
No Way Home.
So it's where he breaks the universe, basically. Ooh. That's what it feels like. So yeah, it looked pretty interesting.
And going into depth on it, you can kind of see that some lines in there are every villain that Spider-Man fights ends up dying. So then they're coming into the reality now because it's cracking from everything that happened in Loki. It's all tied together. It's so good. Everything's connected.
They have done a really good job of making sure this MCU is a really tight universe together, which I really enjoy.
Yeah.
No, that's certainly because I haven't gone and seen Eternals yet. I'm sort of not sure if I'm going to go out and see that, where I'll just wait so I can watch it, stream it somewhere.
Well, Shang-Chi is now out on Disney Plus. And I have been bugging the wife for the last week to go watch it, but she's usually in bed at 7:30 if possible, so I don't see if I'll be seeing it anytime soon. I'm sad.
Yeah, I haven't been to movies for a long time, it feels like, so I would like to get out and see it, but I probably should take my wife to see something other than a Marvel movie for one time. I know she'd probably appreciate it. Anyhow, let's finish off there. Never decided to go off somewhere else. So,
all good.
I guess
I'm done.
I guess a reminder that you can find us on Facebook on Clix and Barbie. You can also find us on Twitter at Clix and Barbie or at Barbie Clix. And so as we bring another episode to a close and turn off the Barbie, we would like to thank you for tuning into the show. Have a great week, and remember, even a poor plan is better than no plan at all. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
See ya.
Imagination.
Keep your sticks on the ice.
Bye. Imagination.
Bye.